So first I start off by putting some lemon in the chicken just to clean it. We've got to make sure we clean it, so we start with it nice and clean and fresh. I let it just sit in there for a little bit. I usually do it for about 5 minutes, and then now I've just drained it out, rinsed it again, and I'm just patting it dry before I start adding anything to it. I got some olive oil, about 1 tablespoon, some black pepper. Then I put some salt on there. I'm quite generous, can I say? Then here I have some garlic granules and also some mixed herbs, turmeric, onion seasoning, smoked paprika. Then I have all-purpose. I put 2 teaspoons in. And I also put 1.5 teaspoon of cumin in, but it just didn't come up on the camera. I also put about 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, and 1 tablespoon of green seasoning. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and massage all of that glorious seasoning into the chicken. Forget using a spoon, get in there, get stuck in. You can leave this to marinate overnight, which is the best. Or if you ain't got enough time, just give it about ½ hour. Here I'm just gonna cut up half an onion. I'm gonna dice that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with about a teaspoon of fresh ginger, which I'm now gonna add to the marinated chicken. I also add 2 crushed garlic cloves. So here I'm just gonna peel a few potatoes to add into my curry chicken. I'm also gonna peel some carrots, about 3 carrots, but they're quite small, and I do the same 3 potatoes as well. I'm just gonna chop these up into reasonable sizes. Again, you can freestyle this, you can do whatever you want, completely up to you. But here I am, I'm just chopping it. Before I started making curries regularly, no matter how much I followed the recipe, it would either come out too bitter or just not currified enough, if that's even a word. And that would really frustrate me. But what I learned is, honestly, cooking is about exploring. And, there's going to be times where you've got to rectify your mistakes. It might just be through a small tweak or a big tweak. But that little tweak, that little change can absolutely transform your food. For me, it's about learning what flavors complement each other, and learning how to balance out flavors. So for example, if your curry is a bit too bitter, balancing it out with something sweet like honey, for example. And it's not that it's going to make it taste sweet, it's just that it's going to balance it out a bit. So honestly, don't stress yourself out if it doesn't go to plan at the beginning. So guys, this is where my impatient side kicks in. Forgot to record this part, but I literally just put some olive oil in, and I have just fried the onions, spring onions and garlic. So mid-recording, I had a realization that pot was not going to do it for me. And I'm really trying to get all that chicken in one pot, because my impatient self cannot be doing half in, half out. So change of pot, got this large saucepan, and yeah, this does the trick. I added 2 tablespoons of curry powder to the pot, and I'm just going to mix that in with the onions until they're really nice and coated. I'm going to add a further bit of olive oil, give that a little mix. I add a little bit more olive oil. I think growing up in a Caribbean household, I was used to seeing family just judge food based on the smell, the taste, and just what their heart felt. And that's something that has definitely transferred over to me, and really I just be following the ancestors half the time and just figuring it out as I go along. But I'm learning more now to kind of like just plan it a bit better. And I know they say don't crowd the pot and all of this stuff there, but I'm impatient. I promise I love to cook, guys, but I'm just super impatient. I think that's maybe one of my Gemini traits, who knows? But comment down below if you can relate to being impatient. Here you can see me adding a cup of coconut milk to the pot where the chicken was marinated, and I'm just scraping away all that goodness and mixing it in just so I can get all the flavors involved, because we can't leave no man behind, right? So now I'm just gonna add that to the chicken. I'm also gonna put a cup of water in the same pot. Throughout this process, I added about a cup and a half full more of water, just as a side note. This step is fairly optional, so it just depends on whether you want it to be really saucy or not. Also, with the Scotch bonnet, take it easy if you can't take spice, all right? Throughout this process, I also added about 2 tablespoons of curry powder whilst I was cooking it, and I also sprinkled in some mixed herbs because I love mixed herbs as well, and I think I put a little bit of honey in it, just to balance out the flavors a bit more. Please comment down below how you think I did, guys, and what you'd like to see next. But personally speaking, if you lot can see what I'm seeing, the thing look good, yeah? Don't even get it twisted. I don't even think this segment here needs me to talk too much. I think the food is doing the talking right now. But in case you guys are wondering, this is pumpkin rice that I've made. So this will also be on my channel at some point. So just hang tight for that one. But other than that, this combination here is unmatched. The only thing it's missing, guys, is plantain. Oh, I love plantain, guys. You're going to be seeing that one a lot on my channel as well. But guys, are you seeing the close-ups? The angles? Yes. Nobody does it better than ShiaStyle. Bye.